Hey guys, welcome back to Afrifama. Now, today is on a Saturday morning and we are actually just getting into our farm. Let's see what's the progress and how far our day-old chicks since we get started. But a quick first, let's get to see the environment, and we are actually doing cleaning here at the farm together with Maurice. You know, this guy has been so great at what we've been doing here at the farm. So obviously that is our production coop right there. Obviously we tend to have Maurice doing the cleaning. We just realized that this is essential because we don't want some of the things coming nearby the farm at this side. So we need to ensure this is well cleaned all the way to that farthest end, and hopefully as well as the back. So it's essential to ensure that the area around your coop is well cleaned, and the reason is you don't want some pests such as rats, such as, well, even snakes crawling and eventually coming to your poultry coop. And you know, this kind of pests, they can have a devastating effect, and eventually if you lose one bird, well, that's a loss of a business. So, and other than just losing, these also prevent the outbreak of diseases which can actually be brought here by these kind of tests. Now you know. So let's get inside the farm and see what's the progress. All right, something interesting is we also have our free-range chicken right here, and I love these birds. I don't know if you can be able to remember them. And these guys, well, they are all scavenging. Every morning we usually let them out. They can be able to go as far as that farther end there at the farm, all the way to that farthest end nearby the office. Of course, you guys, you remember that. So someone might ask, what happened to the other birds? Well, simple answer, I sold them. If you are starting a poultry business, you know the end goal is about sustainability, is about profit, and yeah, it's about money. So I realized we had around 47 birds. So if I was going to keep these birds for only, well, reproduction, business-wise, this was not a strong business case. But if I sold this bird, I realized they could be able to generate more money after they had actually reached 5 to 6 months old. And now this is what happened, and well, we ended up selling. Now, what I've left here at the farm is only for home consumption because I realized I don't need to buy eggs. I can buy eggs from them, and eventually we can be able to buy feeds for them. And yeah, we keep them as flowers. But obviously, if you are looking forward to do this kind of birds, it's advisable to know which measures you're going to use. Are you going to keep them for reproduction purposes and this is to lay eggs, or are you going to keep them for meat? But whichever side you use, you have, well, to see it's the optimized rule to maximize your profit. And for us, selling them, well, they were 5-6 months old, it was the best moment. Now let's get to see their coop and see what's going inside, because, well, we have a surprise for you as well. So we tend to have our water tanks right here, and these are very essential because we tend to harvest water. Well, in semi-arid areas, water is a very key resource. So if you don't harvest your water, you have a big problem. So we get to harvest them from our roof, that end, all the way to this tank, which is distributed to the other tank, and then eventually we distribute to other small tanks in the other space. In arid and semi-arid areas, this is ASAL. Water is such a key resource. If you don't get to harvest it, if you don't get to utilize it well, eventually you run into a problem in your farm. And let me tell you, once a time we had this problem and we had to ask for a water boozer to come in, and at the end of the day this is very expensive. So if you harvest water, well, you tend to save a few thousand shillings, and eventually once we go to the bigger farm, I know you're wondering, bigger farm, right? We'll be able to see how best can we solve this water scarcity issue, especially here in ASAL, so that we can ensure we have a sustainable run farm. Now, let's get to see what else is in the farm. So we do have the production coop. That is right there. It's actually covered on this end because, well, we also have a surprise there. You can imagine we do have another batch of day-old chicks, and on this end here you can see our birds. Let me try to zoom in and see how they actually adapting. Look at them. Actually, most of these birds in here are the one we were talking at day 14. Today is actually day 18, and you can see how best they are adapting. I'll not be able to go inside, but at day 21 we can be able to showcase that. Yes, and of course we have our small coop here, which ideally I did a vlog dubbing it the most affordable, the most cheapest, the most basic chicken coop you can be able to actually construct, because it is. And look at how close and how good it looks like. And I know, so guys, I'm not making this up, but this is why I love poultry farming. You see those guys right there, they well, that's the king of the poultry, and these are ideally his wives, and he has quite many. That is his brother eventually, and well, those are, well, something else interesting. I mean, look at these guys. There is no way you can actually hate on them. I mean, look at them being inside your poultry coop, and they are all happy, and they are all, I mean, roaming around. Aren't they beautiful? Come on, guys. You've got to believe when I say things. Now guys, believe it or not, we have eggs, and we have been having these eggs for entire months. These birds, they started to lay exactly when they were almost 5 and 3 weeks old, and now they have actually approached their 7 months, and you can be able to see on the background we have 3 eggs, but every day we are getting close to 6 to 8. And as I told you, this is for home consumption, not for a business case, and that's why we had to sell the others. But then what do we utilize this space for? Let's get to see. We are actually doing a partitioning inside here because we actually have some day-old chicks, which are some are from this particular flock, and others we had to actually buy some eggs as well. at that! We have some eggs. Let's get zoomed in here. Wow. Look at that, guys. We have some 3 eggs, but I need to go away. That guy is not happy with me. Obviously, this other space, we want to do something, and eventually we need to see how best we can be able to work with this. So what we are doing today is we are going to do the partitioning that is inside the smaller poultry coop. As I said, we have a new hatch, I think around 65 chicks. These are improved, and we want to ensure that they are reared and be ready for market as early as December, because I just realized there is a huge market for free range chicken, and this is the meat part. And like I was a bit explaining earlier, is I only remain with this bird not because there was no market, but because I felt, well, one, a bit sentimental, and two, I wanted, to have my own eggs, which I can be able to consume straight from my own farms. But for the other chicken, we were actually able to outsell them. And lastly, these can also be good flowers, because look at them. Let me show you. Now you've seen what we've been up to. Days Saturday morning. You've seen the progress of our broiler birds. You've also seen, the birds that we started with. And again, don't despise these birds, because I remember when we went bankrupt, when we went broke, these are the birds that kept the vision alive. These are also the same birds that I utilized to kickstart, to build the prototype for Afrifama feeds. And by the way, that is a product we'll be launching as early as next month in the market. Yes, as I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I like building, I like coming up with solutions, especially for the problems which I myself as an entrepreneur, I have experienced them firsthand, and again, which other people are experiencing. And in my region, that is animal feed. So keep your eyes out, and I hope if you're from the coastal region, you can be able to see how best we can do business with you with Afrifama feeds. Now, we have come to the end of today's vlog, but before you go, there is an amazing vlog for you right here. Click it, watch it, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Now, until next time, this is Afrifama. Bye bye.